Do supplements really help your hair grow faster? It has been just over 2 years since I finished chemotherapy, and this is what I started out with. And this is where I'm at now. And I thought it was time that I told you what I did from the moment I stopped chemotherapy until now, and all of the products that I used, and what I liked and what I did not like. Or better yet, what I do not think worked. But first, let's address the elephant in the room. As you can see from my surrounding, I'm in a completely different room now. And that is because we moved over a month ago, and I have not given you any kind of update. That is because I've been exhausted, and to be 100% honest, I've been in just major comparison paralysis and just wondering if my videos even serve any kind of purpose. I would love to be able to have a bigger impact, and I know to do so, I need to show up more consistently. And I keep on saying that I'm going to, and I really do want to. It's just, I have been in total healing mode and not necessarily in creation mode. So I have a little bit more of a game plan. I have the motivation and the drive, and I'm excited because I have a lot of things that I want to talk about, especially pertaining to the cancer world. Where I got a lot of my followers from is my cancer video when I first shared about my new diagnosis 2.5 years ago. So cancer isn't going anywhere in my life. I know that it's just always going to be affecting my family in some capacity. I would like to continue sharing all of that information with you. I haven't decided if I'm going to give any kind of full home tour yet. I'm kind of in this interesting private mode right now where I just want a little bit more anonymity. I can never say that word, but that will probably change. That could very well change. You will very likely see little bits and pieces of my house in videos, but not a full-on tour. Somebody has shared so much over the years on the internet. This is a newer space that I'm in, and I'm just sitting with it and really honoring it, and it feels good. I will say this, I am so happy with where we ended up. I love our house. I love our neighborhood. We live several houses down from my older brother and his family, which is amazing. I'm surrounded by the most beautiful trees. I'll show you more of the exterior for sure, but it's just so peaceful. I wake up to the birds chirping, and I am about 8 minutes away from driving through the valley, which is surrounded by farms and just what my dream life is. So I feel like I'm inching closer and closer to being back on a farm. All of that to say, we'll get into more of that in another video. This one is specifically about my hair growth journey post-chemotherapy. So let's get into it. So I get a lot of comments on how fast my hair has grown, and I personally feel like it has grown really fast as well. It is naturally curly, so it is a little springier. It bounces up, but if you were to stretch it out, it would be about at the top of my chest here. I've only gotten one haircut in the last 2 years since I shaved my head and started growing it back post-chemo. So I feel like it's just at the length that is starting to feel like me again, although I'm continuing to grow it out. It was, gosh, down, it was probably like just past my chest prior to shaving it all. And I felt I loved my hair that long. So that is my goal. That is where I am trying to go with my hair growth now. I also just wanted to pause really quick because I did have my 3-month scan a couple weeks ago, and I am still no evidence of disease or NED, which is so exciting, and I'm so grateful. I'd say almost all of my symptoms from immunotherapy have dissipated and are gone. Maybe a little bit of leg discomfort is still present, like feet, possibly some damage from chemotherapy, like residual neuropathy or something like that. But I am back to hiking on a regular basis. My goal is to hike 1 new trail a week until my 45th birthday, which is at the beginning of September, and I am on track right now. I just did an awesome hike yesterday with a friend, and it was up almost to Snoqualmie Pass, and it was called Granite Mountain. So beautiful. I'll add a little bit of video here, but it makes me so happy to be back doing something that I couldn't do Even a few months ago, I felt like I was struggling when I went hiking. So I really think finishing immunotherapy just moved me into a new area of energy and strength, which I'm really excited about. Overall, I feel really great, and I feel like I'm on a really good trajectory now for strength and energy, and I have some big goals, and yeah, it's so nice to be on the other side of all of that. So what did I do, and can you really grow your hair faster using supplements? I don't really know how to answer this. I do want to start off by saying I'm not a doctor. So I'm not suggesting that you take any of these, and 100% consult with your doctor before you begin trying anything new, because a lot of supplements out there do interact with medications. So I didn't try anything until I was done with my chemotherapy. But again, please check with your doctor. I am not one. I can't recommend anything, and I don't want something to happen if you mix something wrong with your medication. Second, this is just for entertainment purposes. I am just telling you what I did. I am by no means telling you that this 100% worked. I feel like it worked for me, but this is just my opinion. Take it or leave it. Okay, so with all of that, let's discuss what I did. So I'm just going to go over everything that I used and I tried. And some of the stuff I didn't really care for, and some of the stuff I loved and I'm still taking today. I've also linked everything below. I have reached out to some of the companies to get you guys a discount code. Some wrote me back and gave me one, and others I haven't heard from yet. So I will add those in later if I do hear from them. But again, none of this is sponsored. This is just 100% my opinion. So the number one first thing I started doing before I was even done with chemotherapy was use a scalp massager. And I do have all the products, but I don't have them with me right now. So I'm just gonna add a little picture here of what it looks like. And what you do with this is you just put it on your hand, and then you just massage your scalp essentially. And what it does is massage the follicles. It exfoliates the scalp, removes dead skin cells, or it removes any kind of buildup from your scalp. Has been shown to help with blood circulation in your scalp too, which is attributed to hair growth. So I actually did this all throughout chemotherapy, mostly because it just felt really good, and I felt like my head was so sensitive that this was just like, it was just something that was so nice at the end of the day, just to like sit on the couch and watch TV and rub my scalp with it. I don't do it so much anymore. I just don't think about it, to be honest. But as I'm talking about this, maybe I'll get it and put it up by my bedside table, so when I'm reading at night, I can just like rub my scalp. That would actually be so nice. And I will say this, before I finished treatment, I did start to see little sprouts of hair start to grow in again. So I don't know if it was contributed to that, or if that's just a normal part of regrowth process, but that started before my last treatment ended. So I'm not sure if I'm going to say this right, but Divi, I was gifted this serum, and I used this for just one time. I just went through the whole bottle of it. I did like it. I think it had like a nice minty smell to it. It felt good on my scalp, but I wasn't 100% sold on it, so I didn't end up reordering it. But I didn't find anything wrong with it per se. I just didn't want to spend the money on it at the time. So then I did use Ac and Acre. This is like a hair care system, and primarily it's to remove the buildup from your scalp. I used this one time. I thought it was fine. Again, I wasn't like sold on the product, so I never ended up reordering it. I don't have anything like great to say about it, but I don't have anything bad to say about it either. I do think that I've heard people really, really love it. This is something that I started using right after chemotherapy and still use to this day. And I do swear by this. I am obsessed with it, and that's Armra Colostrum. And I'm sure you've seen it on social media before. I just love the taste of it. I'm sure there's other colostrums that you can take, but this is the biggest thing that I have noticed with Armra Colostrum, is that when I'm consistent with it and take it, it's not that I don't get sick, but it's like when you start to feel a cold start, it doesn't really turn into anything. It's kind of like you might have one day of feeling down, tired, but then I will just like double up on the Armra Colostrum, and then the next day I wake up usually feeling fine. So if it does go into a full-blown cold, it just doesn't get super, super severe. I don't know if it attributes to hair growth or not. I've heard that it just builds up your immune system, so possibly, but it is something that I've been consistently taking and I do love, and I highly, highly recommend it. I do have a code for that below. You get $5 off an order of $50 or more, and then $5 off your next order. And that is linked below. Okay, so this one I was super skeptical because I felt like every single influencer was talking about it. It's just similar to Armra. Like if somebody's talking too much about it, I'm not even gonna bother going down that road. But then a family friend came into town when my mom fell and broke her hip to help me, and she brought a bag of these and gave it to my mom and I. And that is Groons. And Groons is it's a vitamin supplement. And I will say that this is something that I strongly feel like has contributed to my energy increase. And I've been taking it consistently for 2 months now. I also think that it has contributed to the health of my hair. I just started taking their Nootrope, and that is for cognitive health. And I really, really like it. Plus they really taste good. And I grew up loving gummy candies, so it's kind of like a little treat every single day, but just with way less sugar. Okay, and then this is something else that I cannot speak more highly about, and that's Pro's shampoo, conditioner, and curl serum. I think that this has completely changed my hair, and my hair looks a little bit dry right now, but I was in the sun all day. I started doing Pro's maybe 2 or 3 months ago, and it's completely changed the texture of my hair. My hair is so soft. Curls are incredible. It is hands down my most favorite curl product to date. Essentially, Pro's is just a custom hair care. You fill out a form and then they custom blend shampoo, conditioner, whatever else you need as far as hair care. And I love it, highly recommend it. All right, Spoiled Child. Spoiled Child is a liquid collagen, and this is really, really important not only for hair, skin, and nail health. It's also really important to take collagen when you've gone into menopause, because when you are no longer producing estrogen and progesterone, which I'm not, your skin gets really saggy really fast, and it is one of the joys of life. But collagen helps with that, and it's just a really important supplement for you to take in general, especially for muscle mass and hair, skin, and nails. I have been taking this for about 2 months. I really like the taste of it, and I just put it in a little water or I just shoot it. I don't know, I think it helps. Again, it's like, so I'm taking several things, so it's hard to determine what is the one thing that's really working. I like the way it makes my skin, nail, and hair feel and look. I will say this, my nails are always brittle though, because I get paint on them all the time from what I do, and I'm constantly washing my hands. My nails are never really that great. Unfortunately, I don't have any kind of discount code for this one. They actually denied me in their affiliate program, but that speaks volumes at how much I like the product, because I'm still talking about it. And then the last thing I want to discuss is I recently just saw a video about Head and Shoulders and how it's been known to help with hair growth. So I think because it helps remove all the buildup, maybe why it helps or appears to help your hair growth. But I don't know. I'm going to try it. I might get a bottle. I haven't picked it up yet, but it is on my list of things to try. So with all of that, what do you think? Do you think these are all a bunch of hogwash, or do you think there's actually something to all of this? I feel great. I feel like my hair feels incredible. I did get highlights in my hair. I wanted to be a little bit blonder for the summer, but this is more of my natural color down here. But I just feel like that's like way too dark for me. So maybe in the winter I'll go a little bit darker. But overall, I am so excited to be on the flip side of all of this. I feel so much more confident and so much more sure of myself and in a better place. Although I don't think I'll ever feel like the version of me prior to going through all of this. That's not always a bad thing. So many more videos to share about all of that. But that has been my experience with all of these so far. If there's something that you've tried and you love, make sure to leave those in the comment below, and make sure to hit the thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll be back soon with another video. I can't guarantee when, but it will be sooner than 2 months. I promise that.